Have you ever wondered how the mind's shadows and the therapeutic light of cognitive behavioral therapy interact in bipolar disorder? Imagine the mind as a garden, a beautiful place where positive thoughts are like seeds. These seeds, when sown with care and nurtured with the waters of emotional stability, grow and blossom into the flowers of healthy actions. This is the realm of positive change, where every thought, every emotion, and every action is interconnected, forming a cycle of well-being and growth. Just as a gardener tends to her plants, ensuring they receive the right amount of sunlight and water, we too can tend to our thoughts, cultivating emotional stability and encouraging healthy behaviors. But what happens when this garden is neglected? When the seeds of positive thoughts are choked by the weeds of cognitive distortions? Welcome to the shadows of struggle, a thicket of brambles that represents the challenges of bipolar disorder. Here, the twisted vines of negative thought patterns entangle the mind, casting a pall of emotional storms that wither the growth of healthy behaviors. It's a dark forest where the thorns of distorted cognition ensnare the mind in a relentless grip. Yet, even in this forest, there is hope. With the right therapeutic approach, we can begin to clear away the brambles, to untangle the vines, and to allow the seeds of positive thoughts to once again take root. This is where cognitive behavioral therapy comes in, providing the tools and techniques needed to navigate through the shadows and back into the light. So, let's embark on this journey together, exploring the dance of equilibrium, the intricate interplay between the mind shadows and the therapeutic light. Let's understand how we can harness the power of positive thoughts, promote emotional stability, and cultivate healthy actions to create a self-reinforcing cycle of positive change. Just as a garden thrives with care and attention, so too can our mental health with the right therapeutic approach. Embarking on a therapeutic journey is akin to climbing a mountain trail. Imagine, if you will, a trail that winds through the landscape of the mind, a path that leads from the valley of struggle to the peak of wellness. This is the path of therapeutic progression, a journey of healing and growth that begins with the clearing of mental obstacles. Picture the first part of our journey, the stepping stones of healing. Here, every stone represents a cognitive distortion we've overcome, a mental obstacle we've cleared. Each stone we cross steadies the emotional currents that flow beneath, calming the waters of our inner turmoil. As we continue on this journey, each step we take leads us closer to the summit, where the flag of adaptive behavior flies high. This flag is a testament to our resilience and strength, a symbol of the progress we've made. However, just as there are stepping stones of healing, there are also pitfalls of regression. Picture a descending spiral, a path that leads deeper into the mire of emotional turbulence. This path is treacherous, filled with stumbling blocks that can trip us up, sending us tumbling into the pit of maladaptive behaviors. This spiral serves as a cautionary tale, a stark reminder of the perils that lurk when the cycle of symptoms spins unchecked. It urges us to seek help, to reach for the rope of targeted interventions that can pull us back onto the path of healing. Remember, the journey of therapeutic progression isn't a straight line. It's a winding path that loops back on itself, each loop enriching the soil of our cognition with the nutrients of experience. It's a trail of ups and downs, of progress and setbacks. But with every step we take, every obstacle we overcome, we grow stronger, more resilient. We learn to navigate the landscape of our mind, to weather the storms of our emotions, to shape our behaviors in adaptive, healthy ways. With each step on this therapeutic journey, we enrich the soil of our cognition, paving the way for a healthier, happier life. In the midst of life's storms, how do we keep our beacon of progress shining? Just as the lighthouse stands firm amidst the gale of change, resilience is our steadfast guardian, cutting through the fog of emotional tempests and guiding us to the harbor of healthy actions. The lighthouse, with its unwavering beam, symbolizes the power of cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, to instill resilience within us. Even when the storms of life rage, threatening to extinguish our light, the lighthouse remains resilient. Its foundation, built on the bedrock of CBT, is strong enough to withstand the assault and keep our beacon of progress shining. But what happens when the elements batter our fortress of well-being? Within each of us lies a fortress, a bastion of strength and resilience. Yet, like any fortress, it can show cracks under the onslaught of emotional upheavals. Through these cracks, the flood of destructive behaviors threatens to breach our walls. But take heart. Within our fortress lies a core of strength, a wellspring of adaptive strategies that can help to reinforce our ramparts. This is where CBT comes into play. It's like the mason who repairs the fortress, filling in the cracks with adaptive strategies and resilience. With CBT, we can strengthen our walls, turning the tide against the emotional upheavals that besiege us. We can construct a robust sanctuary of well-being, a haven where the mind can find peace amidst the storm. So when life's storms rage, remember the lighthouse and the fortress. They symbolize the resilience that CBT can instill within us. They remind us that no matter how fierce the storm, we have the tools to navigate through emotional tempests and maintain our progress. Just as a lighthouse guides ships to safety, CBT can guide us through life's tumultuous seas. Let's revisit the dance of equilibrium. How does the interplay of cognition, emotion, and behavior create a narrative of resilience and renewal? Picture a grand stage. On this stage, 3 dancers gracefully perform, each representing an essential aspect of our mental state: cognition, emotion, and behavior. They're not just dancing independently, but rather they're engaged in a beautiful, intricate choreography, a dance of equilibrium. The lead dancer, cognition, sets the pace. She represents our thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions. As she moves, she influences the other 2 dancers, subtly guiding their steps with her own. If she stumbles, the others may falter, but when she steps confidently, they follow suit. Her role in this dance illustrates how our cognitive processes can either lead us towards a path of resilience or into the thicket of cognitive distortions. Next is the dancer embodying emotion. He is fluid, expressive, and vulnerable, reflecting the ever-changing tide of our feelings. His performance can be calm or stormy, mirroring the emotional stability or turmoil we may experience. His dance can either be a serene waltz or a tempestuous tango, a visual representation of the emotional regulation or dysregulation we often grapple with. The third dancer portrays behavior. She's reactive, constantly adjusting her moves to the rhythm set by cognition and emotion. Her dance reflects our actions, responses, and habits. Her steps can be steady or erratic, symbolizing the range between adaptive and maladaptive behaviors, the culmination of our thoughts and feelings. Together they create a powerful performance, a dance of equilibrium. They remind us of the interconnectedness of our thoughts, emotions, and actions. They show us how cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, can help us in choreographing this dance, in maintaining the balance and harmony among these elements. By understanding this dance, we can better navigate the landscape of our minds. We can learn to recognize when the dance is falling out of sync and how to guide it back into harmony. We can learn to cultivate resilience, to transform our struggles into stepping stones towards healing and growth. In the dance of life, every step, every move matters. With CBT, we can learn to dance to the rhythm of resilience and renewal. Remember the mountain trail and the descending spiral? Let's delve deeper into the therapeutic progression. As we journey through the landscapes of our minds, we often find ourselves at the foot of towering mountains or on the edge of spiraling chasms. These metaphorical terrains represent the challenges and struggles we face in our mental health journey. Imagine standing at the base of a mountain trail. The path ahead is steep and winding, much like the journey of therapeutic progression. Each step forward represents the act of clearing mental obstacles. These could be negative thought patterns, cognitive distortions, or deeply ingrained beliefs that limit our potential. Just as a mountaineer uses tools to navigate rocky terrains, we too can employ cognitive behavioral therapy techniques to dismantle these mental barriers. As we ascend, the trail becomes more stable, signifying the process of emotional stability. This stability is achieved through various therapeutic exercises that help us understand our emotions, identify triggers, and develop coping mechanisms. It's like finding steady footing on the mountain path, enabling us to move forward with confidence. Reaching the summit of the mountain represents the achievement of adaptive behavior. This is the point where we've successfully navigated the terrain of our minds, overcome emotional turmoil, and adopted healthier behaviors. It's like planting a flag at the mountain's peak, signifying our triumph over mental obstacles and emotional instability. But remember, the journey doesn't end here. As with the mountain trail, the path of therapeutic progression is a continuous loop. Each summit conquered enriches our cognitive soil with the nutrients of experience, making the next climb a little easier, a little more familiar. Now let's revisit the descending spiral. This symbolizes the mire of regression, where unchecked symptoms can lead us into a downward spiral. It's a stark reminder of the perils of neglecting our mental well-being. But even in this descent, there's hope. With the right therapeutic approach, we can climb back to clarity, just like a mountaineer uses a rope to ascend from a deep chasm. Just as a mountain climber conquers the highest peaks, we too can conquer our mental challenges with the right therapeutic approach. Navigating through life's storms can be tough, but with CBT we are not alone. Just like a lighthouse standing firm amidst the gale, CBT helps us cut through the fog of emotional tempests, guiding us to the harbor of healthy actions. It's a testament to our resilience, a beacon that remains undimmed even when shadows of doubt and turmoil loom large. But resilience isn't just about weathering the storm, it's also about strengthening our defenses against future challenges. Picture a fortress, its walls sturdy yet showing cracks from the relentless onslaught of emotional upheavals. With CBT, we can reinforce these walls, turning the tide against the flood of destructive behaviors that threaten our peace. Through this journey, cognitive behavioral therapy instills in us the strength to navigate life's tumultuous seas and the fortitude to build a sanctuary of well-being amidst the storm. Like a fortress standing strong amidst the onslaught, we too can build resilience and maintain our progress with the help of CBT.